What hole at Augusta is the hardest for you?
The tee shot on 12. For a little short hole, it's one of the more difficult shots. 5 obviously is a very difficult hole. 7, I feel like plays difficult too, just because it's so narrow, and if you miss the fairway, it's you have a tough time making a 4. 4, 5, 7, 10, 11. But the one shot that makes your butt cheeks pucker up a little bit is the tee shot on 12.
Your first 5 tries at Augusta, no top 10s. Your last 5 tries, all top 10s. It would appear that you have figured out that golf course, and what it takes to do well there, and then you win.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you figured out Augusta National and then
Not necessarily figured it out, because I don't know if anybody can figure it out completely, but more comfortable there.
Why?
I know the golf course better. I know the flag locations, where you can miss it, kind of where to drive it, just all the little nuances of the golf course. A lot of times, there's holes where, or shots where if you miss it, 15 feet left of the flag, but you're on the green, you might be better off 30 yards right of it, not on the green. There's certain pins and certain holes where you just can't hit it in certain spots. And so the more, obviously, you play, and the more times I've hit it in those spots, you learn not to do it.
Was there a moment when you were most nervous on Sunday?
Yeah, I was nervous when I woke up in the morning. I did really well, I slept great. The night before I was fine, but for some reason I had a really hard time eating my breakfast. I ate a couple bites of my omelet and maybe a little bit of oatmeal, but generally I eat a big omelet and a big bowl of oatmeal with some fruit, but I barely ate anything. And then I remember walking down 7, because I was hungry.
Because you didn't eat breakfast.
I didn't eat breakfast, so I tried to eat a little bit of an almond butter and jelly sandwich that I took one bite. I couldn't even swallow it. My mouth was so dry, and I had to chug water just to get a little bit of it down. And so I didn't even try to eat anything after that. I just played, but I was really nervous too on the first tee. Obviously, I've got to lead in the Masters this first time. So yeah, I was feeling it on the first hole. Settled down after the first hole.
Was there a moment on the back 9 where you're like, all right, it's over, I've done it?
Yeah, after I hit my second shot on 18, and I was walking up to the green, and I asked AJ how we were doing, and he said, you got 5-shot lead, and I said, all right, I think I can get it in from here.
So AJ tracks the leaderboard, you do not?
Well, I did. I looked at it early, and after that I said, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna play as good as I can play from here to the house and see what happens. I didn't look at one after 6.
What was the celebratory dinner?
Can't remember. I know I had a few cocktails.
Good.
Celebratory.
If you had to drop a line, do some fishing at Augusta National, what water hazard would you fish?
I'm gonna go to the par 3 course.
Ooh, okay.
Those ponds, they got some fish. Just talking to the caddies. My caddy that I use, Steve Kling, who's a caddy at Augusta, I use him when I go up and play. He's fishing them. He said it's good. It's good fun.
Is major number 2 easier, harder, or just as difficult to win as major number 1?
Just as difficult.
How do they compare in your mind, Oakmont and Augusta, those weeks?
Obviously, Oakmont was unbelievably special. It's my first major. It was Father's Day. Tatum and Paulina were there, so it's something that I'll remember forever, and it was really special. Augusta might hold a little bit more of a special place in the heart, just for the fact that I grew up so close to there, having Paulina there at the end. I know it was a strange year. Obviously, 2020 was a strange year for everyone, a difficult year for everybody. Playing in November. So there's just all kinds of things that will make, this Masters very special. Growing up right down the street. So as a kid, it was always the putts on the putting green, or when you're on the golf course or whatever it was always to win the Masters for me. So, it just holds a little bit more special place.
Some players wear the green jacket a lot that year that they get to wear it. You don't get to wear it for all that long, before
It's all right, I'll take any amount of time. I'm okay with that.
Are you wearing it a lot? How often are you pulling it out?
I look at it a lot. I don't necessarily put it on all the time, but yeah, I mean, occasionally I'll throw it on. And
What do you think of when you look at it?
just about the week and, you know, kind of what it means and, you know, how special it is to me. And, you know, it's obviously something that I can cherish forever and, you know, and show to my kids. And so I mean, it's got a lot of meaning and it's, you know, will mean a lot forever.
Think back to the version of DJ fresh on the scene in 2009. What did you not know then that you needed to know to succeed?
A lot. The list would take a lot longer than we have. If you asked me then, I would have told you I knew everything. Probably just what it takes to be successful out here I would say would be something that I didn't know when I first came on the tour. Probably I didn't practice my wedges as much as I should. My course management skills definitely weren't as good as they are now. Probably played way too aggressive all the time.
On AJ, I think a couple years ago, people kind of thought, you know what, DJ, he needs a professional caddy. How has he progressed as a caddy in your eyes?
He's done very well. It was actually Paulina's idea to even bring AJ on. You know, the caddy I had at the time couldn't go somewhere, so she's like, why don't you bring AJ? I'm like, yeah, great idea. AJ, we played golf growing up. He was a good player. He just went to basketball, so he played basketball. So he's an athlete. He played a lot of golf, and he was a good golfer. He's probably a 3 handicap, 2 handicap. Could be a lot better if he could chip, but it's getting better though. You know, your caddy you spend a lot of time with. You know, we go to the gym together, you know, and when we're home we play a lot of golf together. So it's been great. I know he loves it. You know, he wants me to succeed just as much as I do. You know, he's my best friend. We hang out on and off the golf course, and you spend a lot of time with your caddy. So, you know, it's really nice to have someone there that you want to be around.